Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Masuki Arts. Today we are going to be doing a nice casual little sketch with me. This is my fourth sketch with me video, and I've been really kind of art blocked and stressed about college lately, so this is kind of a much needed little break for me. Sometimes you need to spend a little less time working on like reading assignments or writing things, and a little more time drawing cute characters. So that's what we're going to be doing today primarily. As you can see on screen, I started with like some faces. I'm just kind of slowly taking my time and sketching in some like very basic bust up or headshots, like, you know, just very minimalistic, simple characters, just to kind of get myself, you know, like warmed up, and feeling like this is like just for relaxing, because frankly a lot of the stuff that I draw in like my paintings is relaxing, but I oftentimes put a lot of thought into like my ideas and stuff that go behind them, and sometimes you just need to do something simple that doesn't take any brain power at all, and that's what these kind of little character portraits and expressions are for me. As you can see, they're very much in my comfort zone. This is a lot of the stuff that I do like for warm-ups too, like on days where I feel like I need to like do something loose just to get myself going. I don't always do warm-ups before I sit down and like start a painting or work on my art, but sometimes there are days where it feels like I'm stiff, or at least like either mentally or physically, where I like need to loosen things up, and when I'm really stressed out, those kind of feelings of stiffness, of like it feels like for whatever reason it's been a long time since I drew, those feelings tend to be a little more prominent, so I'm more likely to take out my sketchbook and work in that. Or I guess my sketchy sketchbook, because I have two sketchbooks going at all times. Because of this, I've kind of found that like in this like doodle sketchbook, I found that when I flip the pages, there's not like a ton of variation in terms of like content. Like, yeah, there's like my thumbnails, there's rough ideas, but there's a lot of like, you know, practice, like a lot of like brain dead doodles, a lot of things where I'm like studying stuff, and this is definitely an example of one of those pages, but I did try to make it pretty, because I went to the craft store recently and I bought some stuff just for this sketchbook, actually, specifically like things to kind of doodle with, and I believe in my last sketch with me I did something similar at the Dollar Tree, but this time I had a gift card to Michael's, so I like refreshed all of my usual supplies, like I bought a bunch of new micron pens and stuff, but then I also went and found like these really pretty highlighters that were really cool, and I found like glitter glue and stuff, and you'll probably see a lot more of my sketchbook pages posted around on like my Pinterest or my Twitter or whatever, just because I'm going to be using more of those in my sketchbook, and obviously if you want to see like my full sketchbook up on my Ko-fi, every month I do a full sketch dump, where I just dump every single doodle that I make in my sketchbook throughout the month in one big post. I used to do it on Google Slides, but now it's just a post because it's just easier, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it also makes me feel a little more comfortable doing it that way, but that's kind of irrelevant. Like I mentioned the glitter earlier, I did end up adding some over these sketches, and here I'm going to do this like manga panel style thing. I'm not sure what it really is, but I'm going to draw some eyes to go with it, and I wanted it to be like one of those dramatic shoujo shots where it's like overly detailed eyes, you know, and these are kind of wonky, they're kind of just not looking right, but it did help me warm up a little bit and loosen myself up, just because it was so like out there in terms of like I let it be like scratchy and sketchy and out of proportion and stuff, so it helped me kind of put myself in a more casual place with my art. And of course I used the highlighter in there, which was really fun. And then I just wanted to draw a corset similar to one that I'd seen on Pinterest. And obviously it doesn't look like exactly a real corset. It's kind of weird in terms of structure, but I was inspired by corsets that I saw online, which is important to mention just because it looks so random. And I wanted there to be like bow sleeves and stuff, and maybe that'll show up in one of my paintings at some point, because I did have fun drawing those like ribbons at the top. And I ended up adding a touch of pink and green here, which is kind of weird because I wanted the page to be purple and blue themed, but I guess it doesn't really matter because the whole point of this video was to give myself something more casual and not like mentally taxing or anything. And I know I've been talking a lot about what's going on screen right now, but to be honest, I kind of want to just let myself ramble at the microphone here. So today I went to the mall as of the day that I'm filming or recording this voiceover, and I had a blast. I actually found a Sailor Moon soda there, and I totally overpaid because it didn't actually taste all that great. But it was worth it because I kept the can, and the can's really cute, and it's going to stay with my decor forever. I think I qualify as a crazy person now, because who in the world pays $5 for a can of soda? Apparently me. And I also went to Build-A-Bear Workshop for the first time, which was really fun. I never really made it like a priority to go when I was a little kid, but I kind of always wanted to go in a way. Like, it wasn't like something that I ever asked my parents to do on my birthday or anything. Like, I always chose like Barbie dolls or something over it, but it was fun when I went today. So that was cool. I got an axolotl, and his name is Ronaldo, and he's fabulous. He cost me $27, but it doesn't matter because I love him and he's family now. Anyways, so on screen I'm just going to draw a girl. I think I drew her in like a corset or something, or a dress of some kind. I don't really remember, honestly, but I think I was inspired by the corset that I drew, and so I wanted to draw a girl wearing like a corset-y. I think I ended up giving her braided pigtails, which it feels like I haven't drawn in a long time. I think sometimes I kind of get stuck with like a certain set of like images for inspiration. Like I get a certain idea in my head, and then I kind of work off of it for like a long time. So I feel like sometimes I look at my drawings from like certain periods of time, and I can tell like exactly what kind of things I was inspired by, like, you know, top styles, hairstyles, what colors were inspiring me the most, what types of media I was consuming the most. Like, all that stuff leaks into your art, and obviously if I get fixated on like one type of media or idea or whatever, then that's going to really show. And in terms of hairstyles, I kind of do that a lot. Like lately I've been working off of kind of the same kind of curly haired, like middle part type hairstyle. Sorry if my voiceover is like way too casual. I'm messing up a little bit, but it was kind of nice to mix it up a little bit and do some braids or something. I kind of feel like just by saying out loud that like drawing a different hairstyle is mixing it up, so to speak, with my art, that maybe I've been drawing too much of the same thing, like too much of pretty much exactly what I doodle. And I know in my paintings sometimes I put a little more thought into things, like I try to mix up like the colors that I use or whatever, but in my doodles I just become so brain dead, which is perfectly fine, but I think for the purpose of an exercise like this, which is to give me like the same creative fulfillment as a full painting, but also give my brain a break, to kind of stretch those muscles, so to speak. Maybe I should mix it up a little bit, because I think when I'm just drawing the same thing over and over again, I might end up more burnt out, you know? And it's not like I do it on purpose. Like it's okay to just kind of stay in a comfort zone, but I think in the future, like, I'm going to try to include more full-bodied sketches, like sketches of my OCs and stuff, because I have a lot of stuff that I kind of just keep in my own head, so to speak, creatively, and just like saying out loud that a hairstyle is like, you know, switching things up or whatever, then maybe I need to like branch out a little bit. I don't know. This is something else kind of random, kind of like my mall story. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately, like a lot, and I typically play alone. I mean, sometimes I play with like family members and stuff, but usually it's kind of like my introverty, non-creative, non-mentally straining type of activity, like when I have, I don't know, a little free time between, like, you know, paintings and projects and school and all that, and it's like consumed my brain as of this moment. And just to keep myself from completely going off the rails and like triggering a billion days worth of migraines, I've started like putting on YouTube videos once in a while I'm drawing, and I haven't had to do this for like a week, just to keep myself, you know, busy or whatever, but like a week and a half or so ago, I was struggling to like balance everything, and my headaches have been like a little more extreme lately, so I can't like do everything, so I put stuff on in the background, and it's typically like the no commentary long plays and stuff, and it's just so wild to me that like between being an artist and a student, like how exhausting that is on like your eyes and your brain, and I never noticed that until like I started getting migraines more frequently a couple years ago. Like, it's kind of crazy, because I'd get through school and I'd be like fine, you know, like maybe I'd have like a little bit of head pain in the morning, and then I'd come home from school and I'd be completely exhausted, like I'd crash. It's pretty crazy. I never notice how much I use my eyes until I have like a rougher week or something with migraines. So it's been a little interesting recently with school and all. So I'm glad I get to do a little casual video like this, and give myself some like rest or whatever, something that's not like super detail oriented or anything. It's just a girl having fun with pencils and glitter in her sketchbook. That being said, I do find like drawing and art super relaxing, but even so, like sometimes I stress myself out with my own deadlines, which is like a little ridiculous. Like, I'm not by any means even nearly full time. Like, I make a little bit of money on my Etsy shop, and I make a little bit of money on Instagram, a little more on Instagram, but not as much as I used to be making on Instagram. So to stress myself out with deadlines and stuff when really it's not something that I'm like a professional at or anything, is kind of ridiculous. I'm actually a little worried that this video might be late at the time of filming this, because I had some life stuff come up that delayed me recording this voiceover, so I'm a little worried about that, but I'm trying not to stress it, just because it's kind of silly to stress over a deadline you set for yourself, I guess. But anyways, on screen you can see I decided to just draw this Cottagecore girl. She's got like this half up, half down kind of hairstyle with these two braids and lots of curls. I'm always drawing curly hair. It's just so pretty and bouncy and so full of movement. So I think it's really fun to doodle that with like this cheap Dollar Tree pen. It's just really fun. This whole video actually was like a blast for me, just to kind of like stretch those creative muscles, you know. And I especially enjoyed this doodle just because I do love drawing like fluffy hair and ruffled dresses and all that. And I gave this girl big poofy sleeves and a basket full of flowers and stuff, which is definitely like right up my alley, right up there among things that I like love to draw. Like I draw every day, and this was definitely one of those things. Although you can see here I switched pens because the other one just kept doing this weird dotting thing, like it was running out of ink or something, even though I just bought it. So I don't know what to say about that. I think I got ripped off. But anyways, I drew this like weird flower basket, gave it a super lazy like cross-hatchy texture, really cheated out on that hand there, and I put lots of flowers in her hair, and of course on the leaves in her basket and stuff. Just super loose, super chill. Definitely a doodle that belongs in this video. And of course I took that highlighter that I was having so much fun with, and I really filled out a shape behind her, mainly because I knew I wasn't going to find something that fit up there, like fit up in that weirdly shaped little spot. But also I really do like my sketchbook to look like full. Like I typically don't bother, like a lot of my pages, if I do a sketchbook tour for this one, you'll see like a lot of my pages don't look at all good, but some of them I really do take the time on, like these two, and then this little face that I'm drawing right now did not turn out how I wanted it to. I think the eyes aren't properly placed or proportioned, but I did have fun with it, so that's fine, I guess. It's a doodle, right? It's just a casual video, so I kind of wanted to draw an expression for her that I don't really draw very often, and she still looks like super stiff and posed to me, but I don't know, it kind of doesn't matter. It wasn't like really expression practice. I just like I wanted to draw someone that wasn't like, you know, blankly staring at the camera, so to speak, like the fourth wall. So this is what we've got, and I worked with those colored pencils to add in that dual toned look that I've worked with throughout this spread. I kind of don't know what's going on with her hair. She's got kind of a weird cut. I think I fixed it up later, but it kind of looks like the hair in like those AI generated pieces that are going around where like everything's wonky, everything's messed up. It's kind of how this girl's hair looks, like she, you know, cut it using a blender or something. It looks a little weird, not gonna lie. And of course her eyeball is like falling off her face, which, you know, whatever, honestly I don't care that much. It's just kind of funny. I just tried to keep it simple and loose for her, and then I added like the same kind of highlighter bleed behind her, but in purple, and I made it kind of square shaped. It's not really a true square because obviously it's all warped because it's hand drawn, but it's kind of rectangular, you know. You'll see in this page it's kind of a lot of filler. Like I think I doodled in like some stars or something, just because at this point I was kind of ready to move on to my painting or whatever, but I wanted to finish the page. So this is what I did. I just filled things out a little bit. And while that footage is rolling, let me tell you all what my desk looks like after that little desk cleaning video that I put out a couple weeks ago. It's already a mess. Yes, it's already a mess. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still kind of chaotic. I mean, there's calico critters like all over the place because I bought a new set, and I just haven't found a spot for them. And then there's like pens and pencils strewn all over the place. There's a paint palette covered in like acrylic paint. And then there's like my art supplies from last semester that I like set on my desk so that I wouldn't forget to put them away. And then like a week later they're still here. So there's that. It's not as pretty as it was when it was in the video, so you know what, it's fine. I'm not even gonna. I just thought it was funny that 2 weeks after that video's been put up, it's already like in shambles. So anyways, I put some more glitter on this piece. You can see here I just put some on her face, and then I took that purple highlighter and I did a hatching thing to try and fill in some of those oddly shaped little crevices. I did the same thing on the other page. I'm just repeating it again here because I want this spread to be kind of cohesive. I also decided I wanted some glitter on the bleed above the Cottagecore girl, so I just spread out some Mod Podge, and I'm going to add some more of those beautiful opalescent little hexagon shaped glitters, and I doodled in some more like stars and sparkles and whatnot with this little marker I have here, because I really wanted this page to look like super full. And then I ended up doodling a bunny and some guinea pigs. I think I ended up giving them fairy wings, at least some of them, and I think I made all the guinea pigs resemble my first guinea pig, Piggy. She was a beautiful little thing, but I wanted them all to kind of look like her, just because I felt like drawing her. I still really miss her. I love Millie and Myrtle, my two current guinea pigs, of course, but of course I remember Piggy and I love her, so I wanted to doodle her too in there. And I think I doodled Millie and Myrtle in my last sketch with me, or maybe the one before, I don't remember. But you'll probably see them in a future sketch with me if I haven't already shown them off like in doodle format, you know. It's just that on this day I just really missed Piggy, so I wanted to draw her, and I did fun things I think with her in terms of like giving her cute little fairy wings and stuff. I actually have one sketchbook specifically that I started after she passed away, in which I drew a billion different versions of her, and I haven't finished it yet, but it's almost full, and she's got like versions of her that have top hats, versions of her cosplaying like different cartoon characters and stuff. But yeah, when I finish it, I might actually do a little sketchbook tour of that one. I have like 1,000,001 sketchbooks that I finished up like since I started my channel that I could definitely do sketchbook tours for. For some reason though, I'm way behind on that. I think I have at least one sketchbook waiting for me to do a tour for it, that I like, you know, finished since starting the channel. And of course, if you guys want me to do like tours of my really old sketchbooks, I can do that too. But yeah, that's just my random thought, and I'm really getting off track in this voiceover. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process for this full spread. This was a super relaxing video for me to make, and just a lot of fun, very refreshing, and I like how the spread turned out, even if not everything is perfect. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye! One more thing before I go, if you donate to my Ko-fi page, you get sketchbook access, etc., but I also buy a calico critter and name it after you. Yes, that's right, completely truthful, completely honest. Thank you so much to Ashley and Allison for your support, and I'll catch you guys next time.